I believe it may be available on Netflix. I'm not absolutely sure, but if you do search for it, I think you will find it and you'll enjoy it. So I say welcome to the Monterey Center for Spiritual Living. We're continuing with our theme for the month of June, which is Living Everyday Wonder, the Body. Our topic for today is loving this body. Loving this body. I began my talk this morning with sharing some wisdom from children. I love the wisdom of children. Patrick, age 10, says, "Never trust a dog to watch your food." Michael, age 14, said, "When your dad is mad and asks you, 'Do I look stupid?' don't answer him." Susie, age 9, said, "Never hold a dustbuster and a cat at the same time." Naomi, 15, said, "If you want a kitten, start out by asking for a horse." Lauren, age 9, said, "Felt markers are not good as lipstick." Gerald, age 10, said, "Don't pick on your sister when she's holding a baseball bat." And Eileen, age 8, said, "Never try and baptize a cat." I love the wisdom of children that is frequently not filtered. And the expressions of children can offer us some insights into our topic today that could remind us to be mindful and playful of how we appreciate and how we love our body. So today's message again is loving this body. And I begin with this question: what messages do you send to your body? Are they loving or are they harmful? In what ways have you divorced your body from yourself or hold on to something that is second rate? From our Science of Mind perspective, Ernest Holmes offers this from our Science of Mind textbook. "The body is the house in which, for the present, we are living, and we need to keep it in good repair by right mental attitude toward it, experiences, and people. Your body is entitled to your respect." And then artist India R.E. offers this affirming affirmation: "My body is beautiful and sacred, and I'm going to celebrate it." Let's say that together as an affirmation. My body is beautiful.
My body is
and
beautiful
sacred,
and
I'm going to celebrate it.
And I'm going to celebrate it.
Last week, we introduced the concept that our bodies are magnificent and magical conduits between God and our individual consciousness. And that the best body is the one that is present here and now. And today we're going to expand our focus to loving the best body, remembering it is not separate from our spiritual life. It is an amazing and awe-inspiring manifestation of God. Our bodies exist in all of their glorious varieties, so the divine can express itself in creative and beautiful ways. Just like there are a variety of flowers, as in our arrangement today, there are beautiful, magical bodies of all kinds. And our floral arrangement today is a gift from my family in commemoration of last Thursday would have been my 54th wedding anniversary. So I'm acknowledging my late wife for the time that we had together. And tomorrow, Monday the 13th, would have been her birthday. So this is a kind of a sandwich weekend between two various memorable events that are part of my life. Thank you for allowing me to share this with you. Let us consider the following points this morning. Frequently, we say or we hear expressions like, You are a spiritual being having a human experience, or you have a body, but you are not the body. These expressions aren't entirely incorrect. However, if left unexamined, they tend to suggest a spiritual misunderstanding that denies the worth, value, and spiritual nature of the body. There is no separation. The body is not somehow separate from God or spiritual. It is simply another glorious aspect of the wholeness of life. In the book, The Essential Ernest, which is edited by Jesse Jennings, he offers a couple of quotes from Ernest Holmes. Ernest says, "We live in a universe of pure, unadulterated spirit, a perfect being." And then Holmes goes on further to quote Emerson, who was one of his influences, by stating, "We are in the lap of infinite intelligence. There is a cosmic divine pattern at the center of every organ of the physical body. Our body is some part of the body of God. It is a manifestation of the Supreme Spirit." And our second point this morning is I have a breaking news alert for you. Newsflash, newsflash, newsflash. We can be hypnotized into accepting that bodies are miraculous and holy manifestations of God. But then we allow the dream stealers to say, "Not my body." Wake up from this hypnotic state of body shaming. Don't fall for it. Your body, my body, all bodies are a perfect expression of God in the here and now, in this present moment. In this moment, each one is a perfect expression of God. Not when I am 10 pounds plus or minus, whichever direction you're choosing to go on the scale. Not when I stop taking medication, or not if I were a little taller, or not if whatever are the body shaming trait you decide to pick that takes you out of the here and now. Remember, our body temple deserves gentle care. It deserves our love. It deserves our respect and reverence. Now is the time to love your body and tell it all that is good, that it is good enough just as it is. Now is the time to love your body and tell it that it is good enough just as it is. And as I was gathering my thoughts and putting together the information for this talk, I had my own personal come to spirit or come to Jesus meeting, if you will. And I had to do a check-in as I read that. Now is the time to love my body and tell it that it is good enough just as it is. And my epiphany was my midriff area has been expanding to the point that clothes are tight. And I refused to buy some new clothes. And so I had to go, I went into this, I actually moved away from the body shaming to saying, okay, you are aware of what the cause is. You know, in our teaching, we are invited to go back to first cause. What is the root of the cause of this? The root cause is, I am blessed with the abundance to have food. And I enjoy food. And sometimes I overindulge in certain food items. And therefore, this is the manifestation. So right here and right now, my body is the way it is because it is the way it is. And it continues to support me whether I go up or down on the scale. And so my epiphany was, again, to appreciate the body that I have right here and right now, and to do for me what is a manifestation and a demonstration of loving it and revering it and caring for it. You know, we have a fixation sometimes on ideal bodies that are portrayed in advertising and in media. And this robs us of the joy and delight that our bodies have to offer in the present. Often these images, these ideal bodies are unattainable. They're unattainable false images and create an environment of body shaming for those who may be experiencing chronic illness that cannot be seen, or for those who are differently abled, or for those who may have skin disorders, or fat, or scars, or other markings. These unattainable images say you can never have a body worth celebrating. Again, I say to you, wake up from this hypnotic state and learn to love the body that we have right here, right now, recognizing that it offers us the path to love and live in the present. Freelance writer Joy Allard offers this. In terms of learning to accept our bodies, there's no such thing as healthy or unhealthy. There's certainly no magical line that constitutes value and worth. Our bodies are our vessels, and loving them and ourselves means treating these vessels with care. And this is from an article that she published titled, When Healthy Isn't an Option, How I Learned to Love My Chronically Ill Body. Learning to love our bodies requires taking a risk and changing our thinking about the divine temples that we are. Learning to love our bodies requires taking a risk to change our thinking about the divine temples that we are. And so I invite you this morning to take the risk and to love the body just as it is. And our third point this morning is whatever our body is like, it is miraculous. Think for a moment about the magical and magnificent process happening in the body right now and all of the time without our ever noticing it. Cells are dividing and replacing one another. Chemical energy needed to power the cells is turning food into that energy. The entire blood supply swirls around the whole body several times per minute. The kidneys and liver are filtering our blood. The brain is floating between our ears, and here we are. Magnificent expressions of the divine. Our awareness, intention, thoughts, and feelings exist in this complex, truly divine casing. Our bodies do wonderful things for us by allowing us to feel pleasure, to smell sense, to taste, and to navigate the world. And so I conclude this morning by offering this call to action, if you will. Concepts like self-acceptance and body neutrality are not without value. When you have spent your entire life at war with your body, these models offer a truce. But you can have more than a ceasefire. You can have radical self-love because you are radical self-love. And this is from the book, The Body is Not an Apology, The Power of Radical Self-Love by Sonia Renee Taylor. And I offer to you to get a copy of this book. It's a very powerful, very, very powerful book. I will be using it throughout the month. And our reading this morning came from that book also. And so the takeaway that I offer you this morning, if you're willing to accept it, is to use the power of mind to tell the body it is spiritual. Use the power of your mind to tell the body that it is spiritual. Embrace it for allowing us to live in a physical world in a holy, spiritual way. Remember, what you're looking for is what you will see. So if you want to experience something new, be intentional about seeing it. Be kind to those parts of you that are still learning and healing. Be intentional seeing God in as much of the body as it is in the heart. Let us begin now to honor and to love our bodies and to have a richer experience of the divine. And then our practical application practice for the week, which our tech team will provide for us on screen. Practice loving your body deeply this week. And if you're willing to accept this, spend 5 minutes twice a day engaging in the following exercise. Stand in front of a mirror about a foot or two away and make sure that you can see your eyes. Breathe deeply. Look into your eyes. Breathe again. Keep eye contact with yourself for at least 1 minute. And then at the end of that minute, say to yourself out loud, I love you. Thank you. And then follow that with an affirmation about your body's magnificence that you may like. And this is an opportunity to create your own affirmation. An example that I offer is, I'm saying this to my body. I appreciate you now more than ever, and I won't let anyone make me feel guilty about you or convince me otherwise. Or we can say, as in our song this morning from the movie The Greatest Showman, I am here, I am me. You know, words can cut me down, but I am here, I am me. And our affirmation for the week is, I delight in the wonder of my body and treat it kindly. Let us say this together. I delight in the wonder of my body and I treat it kindly. Let us pray together. In this eternal moment of now, knowing that the life I live is the life of God, knowing that the life of all is the life of God, this one power, this one presence, this one magnificent creative expression. It is expressing as my body. It is expressing in the body of my affairs. It is expressing in the body of each one that is gathered in this spiritual center this morning, as well as those who are viewing via our virtual technology. The body is not an apology. The body is a miraculous creation of spirit. And so I step into this magnificent creation of spirit that is known as my body, embracing it and loving it and nurturing it and welcome it, knowing that it too is just as spiritual as anything else that is on this planet. There is no separation between me and God. Embracing this truth for myself, I embrace it as the truth for all. Learning to love, learning to care, learning to appreciate, learning to acknowledge each one as the individual expression of spirit that they are. And as we walk this path together, this journey of awakening, as I like to call it, we awaken to the spiritual magnificence of each one, knowing that whatever is going on in the world of effect, whatever is going on in the news, whatever the media is flashing, whatever the concerns are, whatever is happening in any place in the world, can only impact me if I allow it to impact my consciousness. I stand in a consciousness of pure spirit, knowing that I am loved, knowing that I am lovable, knowing that I love, knowing that I care for the entire human family, and that as I see how the unique expression is showing up in each individual, I no longer see diversity, I see inclusion. Inclusion is welcoming everyone to the table, welcoming all of the gifts that are brought into the table. So as the scripture has said, the table is set. The feast of the Lord is available for all who choose to partake. And so I invite each one to come and join me as we partake in the feast of the joy and the beauty and the magnificence of life, honoring the body temple, this flesh and bone vessel that we are allowed to occupy to experience life as this part of this eternal journey, knowing that it is all good, knowing that it is all good. I bless communities where people are gathering in the name and nature of the one truth, knowing that there are many paths that lead to the source. And there are points where our paths may intersect. There are points where our paths may be parallel. There are points where our paths may be divergent. And yet it's like taking a hike up a mountain trail. The switchbacks and the twists and turns all ultimately will lead to the peak. And so I know that the peak is the consciousness of God expressing as each and every one. I speak a word of blessing this morning for individuals who are experiencing life transitions. Those transitions may be the appearance of right livelihood, stepping into an area of grief and mourning where the physical absence of a loved one is no longer here. And yet the memory of the joy and the love and the shared experiences bring a smile to the heart and the face and the entire being whenever there is a memory of that loved one. Knowing that whatever the medical challenge may be, whatever the diagnosis may be, it is not the truth of our being as conscious creations of spirit, that everything is unfolding in divine right and perfect order. And for this and for so much more, I am eternally grateful, releasing this word back into the law, knowing that it is done and it is complete. I invite you to affirm this with me if it be your truth by saying, and so it is.
So it is.
Thank you to those who have joined us in our virtual community, our Facebook Live platform. We appreciate you. We welcome you. We thank God for you. And we invite you to spread this message. If you have found a kernel of truth in there that resonates with you, share it with a friend, share it with a loved one. Let us continue to expand this consciousness of love. And I invite you also to not leave this place or not leave wherever you are with a seeming problem, but to remember that love is the answer. And there are ministers and practitioners here at the Monterey Center, as well as through our World Ministry of Prayer and through our Partners with Unity, that are available to support you in prayer. And our contact information at the Monterey Center is on our website. And we invite you to go there to www.montereycsl.org. Now is our time for sharing the abundance that is known as physical coin or is known as money. And for those who are with us here in the sanctuary, there are offering envelopes in the seat pockets in the chairs. And there's offering receptacle on our hospitality table, so we invite you to take advantage of that. Those of you who are joining us virtually, and to those of you who continue to contribute online, we are eternally grateful for your loving support. We are a 501c3 nonprofit, and your tithes and offerings and donations allow us to provide the programs and services that expand the teachings of science of mind and the truth that God is all that there is and that God is love. We have an abundance affirmation that I invite us to say together now. I recognize the presence of God within as the source of my abundance. Out of my abundance consciousness flows everything I could desire in life. With gratitude and thanksgiving, I now participate in the flow of uninterrupted abundance. This prosperous experience is evidence of my abundance consciousness, and so it is. And on our screen, there are ways for you to donate to the center. You may mail your donations in, and our address is on the screen. You may text to give, and the phone number is on the screen. And you may also donate through our secure website, www.montereycsl.org. And again, thank you for your contributions. And also in our sanctuary, we have this month's issue of the Science of Mind magazine, which focuses on the body. There are excellent articles in there. And for you who are joining us virtually, we invite you to consider subscribing to the magazine. And then join us on the fourth Sunday of each month following service for our Spiritual Living Circle, where we discuss articles out of the Science of Mind magazine. And so once again, to our virtual community, we say, we love you, we thank you, and we invite you to come back next week where we will continue with our June theme, Body, and the topic will be The Body Remembers. Thank you, and God bless you.